Hello, Namaskar, welcome to My Startup TV. I'm Major Sunil Shetty, and this is the Thought Leader Show. Climate impact is real, and sustainable way of living or sustainability is the only way forward. That's why young generation is demanding answers. Joining us today is Bhavani Parekh, who shares. She's the founder of Banko Janko. She shares insights and on sustainability, innovation solutions, and practical approach to drive meaningful environmental impact and social change. Bhavani, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sunil.
Bhavani, you are founder of Banko Janko, which is one of the first registered by the government of India or recognized by government of India. Could you talk about your, startup? What does it do, and how is it creating impact, on ground?
Yeah. So first of all, thank you very much for doing this because this helps to create a more awareness about the sustainability, circularity, and it is a need of our. So really, I'm grateful to you and also to the audience, those who are looking for learning and knowing more about this thing. So let me introduce myself. I'm Bhavini Parekh, founder of Banko Janko. I founded it in 2019. So I'm in a fashion industry for more than 34 years. And earlier I used to do the white surface ornamentation, then white labeling, and then started my brand in 2019. So what happens during this time when we were used to do the white labeling and all that things, we also know lots of the textile scraps which is created during the manufacturing process, maybe misprinting and so many things, right? So textile industry is the second most polluting industry in the world. And this all textile, what we are cutting it and everything, it actually goes to the landfills and everything, right? So that at that time when just I was googling it, and at that time it was pop up textile is the highest polluting industry in the world, and I said, what, I'm in this field and I don't know about this much. Then I started learning more about it, and I came across startup idea to share. Then I shared my startup idea to the IIT Nagpur, and then I was selected among them. Then I've started more deeply learning about all that things. And like the Banko Janko came up. Banko is the art decoration creation, and Janko is from the junk. So it is little bit funky Zen Z type name. So people loves it. Everyone is always curious. Ki, what's the meaning of Banko Janko? So this way it is. We are connecting more with the young generations and all of that. And what we do, we get the scraps from the manufacturing unit and convert it into the different products, garment, home furnishing, accessories, and many more. So we were also awarded by the IKEA Foundation, Edenflea, and Seed as a climate catalyzer runner-up, and we got the grant money. 5,000 euro. Then before that, I was in 2019 when I started my idea. At that time, we are also awarded by the Visa Credit Card Company $10,000 prize money with the I Fund Women's. And then like this always all this has pushed me more towards my mission and all that things. And I stopped doing this white labeling and everything and started my own brand. And we are doing online as well as we are doing during that time. We are mostly doing the exhibitions and all that things. And Banko Janko is not only about the environmental sustainability, but it is also woman empowerment. It has created lots of the social impact. So in the Banko Janko, we were training the women all over the India level. We have the trained the women in Dharamshala, in Himachal Pradesh, in Gujarat, in Patna, then in Mumbai Rescue Home Shelter Home, Junain centers. We work with so many women to create more awareness about the sustainability and help them to generate livelihood by upcycling the textile waste. So textile waste we use in the Banko Janko, especially we use the pre-consumer textile waste. But upcycling is about pre-consumer as well as a post-consumer also. And just now we have also started our first store in a upcycle fashion store in Mumbai, in Andheri. So like this, our journey is from starting very step by step and doing our best whatever we can.
Well, that I remember when you started. In fact, some of you and us started together. MyStartup TV also, started in 2019, and we remember you were one of those early guests. We had on our show, on our founder talk show. So, in your experience, what are the most effective levers for scaling sustainability initiative, in organizations?
So for creating the sustainability in any organization, that should be the triple impact. It has to be the triple impact, like the environmental responsibility, then woman empowerment, economical viability, and of course the in the Banko Janko we are filtered through all these steps. So like this, if any organizations, they have to more focused on the sustainability, and supporting the causes, with the like small startups, and everyone are doing some things or the other things in the sustainability. Support them, create more awareness in your institute, like we also do the workshop with many brands, many companies, for the sustainability. We do the workshop for the, I can't name them, but for their employees we do lots of workshop to create the awareness and all that things. So like that they can create the awareness in sustainability. They can take like taking the workshops, then like gifting or many events to be more sustainable and all that things. And for them adapting is a very challenging, because sometimes they feel it is not easy, maybe financially not be viable, and then maybe there is a problem regarding this thing. So yeah.
Any emerging technologies or business model or even cross sector collaboration that you believe will be a game changer for achieving sustainable goals, over the period of next 5 or 10 years?
So see, nowadays so many technologies are coming up, right? Like in recycling, upcycling, and so many technologies are coming up. Now many platforms are coming up. I will give you one example, like for the recycling, and you can donate your clothes, or there are many apps for they can you can call them and just give your clothes, like so cross. First for me, the cross sector collaborations, digital traceability. Main important is the digital traceability. Who made your clothes? From where you? From what is the impact? Like from the fiber to the fabric, there are so many impacts, from the carbon emission creations to the social impact and all that things. And circular businesses models will be the biggest game changer in the next decade.
What have you been, what has been the most persistent barrier? Is it the culture, financial regulators you have faced while implementing sustainable projects? Because you've been working, at different levels, especially with the government. And what strategies have you used to overcome them?
If we will talk about the barriers and everything, so biggest barriers is the has been the perceptions that waste is not the premium. That is the biggest perception, right? We overcome it with design solution innovations, then storytelling. I myself wear that garments, and the people love it. Like that. We have tried our best things, how we can change the perceptions about the waste, and building the aspirational products. So, like that is the most important things.
How have you managed stakeholders alignments, both internally, whether it is when working with the government, or externally with working with communities, because you work a lot with communities, the NGOs? Can you share a case, a case study or something where alignment was difficult and how you resolved it?
See, alignment needs the basic. What happens? Alignment needs the transparency, right? And shared purpose. Mainly, both of us purpose should be same. So, for example, while working with brands, we found resistance around the design control, and we overcome it by co-creating the collections, making them part of the innovations, and like that. This way, we can be aligned with the stakeholders. And for the women's and everything, like in the training things, we can. So it was a challenge for them to make the product design. Design intervention is also challenging for them, and we help them to create in their own style and everything, and like that. And we made it very easy. Like, see, sometimes if they are not able to make the beautiful, not able to make the some type of the bags, what we have done, we have given them the scrap and we give them to make the fabrics. Then these fabrics we convert it in with our trained other peoples, we convert it into the product. So there is a different strategies we follow, with the stakeholders, with the community, and with the our customer also. Sometimes customer, see what happens, I would like to share this example also. We, in early days when we used to do the exhibitions, when we used to tell them people, oh, this is upcycle product and this is made from this, and they were least bother about it. They were buying it because they like it. So we stopped telling them at that time. But after COVID, people realize it, the sustainability need of our and all that things, and now they understands about the upcycling and all that things. So like this way it comes. Then in the other thing with the government, we reach out to the government in the center and state and everywhere, and of course in textile committee and all of them. And we said, when we are talking about the sustainability and circularity in the textile, and then the in the circularity, the recycle comes, but what about the upcycle comes first, then the recycle, right? We can extend the life cycle of the product as much as possible, and then the recycling should come, like that. And they have really initiated very hard. And after that, now the upcycler identity came. Now the upcycler manufacturer registered by the government of India, now they are going to come up with the mark. They have already done the MOU with the GEM and so many things. So like this, we have to tackle it in the different way with the different things.
When you talk about sustainability, is there any metrics or framework that you rely on to measure the success, in the work you do? Are there any KPIs that are commonly used, you believe are, misleading or overemphasized when you talk about sustainability?
So see, yes, of course, we have done, we measure our impact, and we have note down all that things. And our this KPI is also checked by the few companies, and they've given us the report regarding that also. And we track up. So what we do, we track the waste diverted. First of all, waste diverted, how many kgs, from where we got it, and everything. And then secondly, the woman employed, or how much money they've generated. Basically, we work mostly on as of now, we are working mostly on a job work basis, because these women stay far away from here and they want to do work from their home. So our mission is to help them to generate the livelihood while taking care of their child. It is the most important as a woman. And sometimes what happens, many organizations overemphasizes the carbon offsetting but to me, the social impact metrics are equally critical. That is most important. So we have our sheet in that, everything from textile scrap to the woman empowerment, and how much carbon emission reduced, water saved, landfill saved, and everything. And that is our report was also done by the TechnoServe, supported by the TechnoServe.
No, that's commendable, and definitely,
So I was selected under Greener program, TechnoServe and all of them. So yeah, we are part of that, and through that they checked are these things. And one more seed also, they've also helped us in learning about the KPI things. And IKEA Foundation, they also have this program. Under that, we have also trained about measuring and for the KPIs and all that things. So that all helps us. During this time, we also learned a lot, and every other people also supported us, other organizations, and so many things. So whatever we are here today, because of that.
In policy or regulation, do you think are essential to accelerate sustainability, especially in India? Are there any policy, interventions that you had to navigate that surprised you?
Yeah, so see, in last few months we are also discussing with the government, central and state and everything. Like, see, there is a strongly need of the policies, a few policies. And here one example I would like to share. So in last month I was in a UK, and there, what I observe that in the mainstream, like in a mall, in a main street, everywhere there is a upcycle, circular fashion stores like the resale stores or the donated stores. So many stores are there, different upcycle product, reselling, and all that things. So it is in the mainstream, right? So we also need that type of the things to be in a mainstream. And secondly, the extended producer responsibility, that is a EPR. So EPR in the textile and incentivizing for the circular enterprises. The surprise to for me was how supportive the textile ministry has been once we became a registered upcycle manufacturer, right? And then we got the first product order from the GEM. It is a government registered e-marketplace. So that is upcycle product order. So that is a good initiatives by government. But yeah, like this, if we talk about marketplace and all that things, there are like khadi and everything, right? It is not new to us, right? Khadi already had a stores and everything, and it is in the mainstream. Like that, upcycle also need it, and I believe ki if companies like the like big companies and everyone, they can provide some space for the upcycle recycle product in their mainstream, maybe under CSR, maybe under EPR. That will be more beneficial, because when the people see the product, they believe in it and they will like it. So that is most important, because upcycle products are not in a huge quantity, it is in a limited quantity, and that is mostly one of kind piece, all that thing. So it is need a visibility, and that is most important things if this can be possible.
Think people, the end consumer, the buyer, and also big brands in India, are they ready for something like this? I mean, having a store on the on the high street which just sells recycled or upscaled products.
I think so. They will soon. They will. Because this is now the demand. So all this depends on the consumer demands. If consumer demands, then they have to, right? So definitely. But when we have started at that time, the brands collaborating is little bit challenge. But now we are also collaborating with the big brands and all of them. So now this will come soon in I think so, in a mainstream in a near future. Cross the finger.
No, all the best.
So sustainability often involves trade-off, right? It's like uh, economic cost versus growth or impact. So can you discuss a situation where you had to make a difficult trade-off of what guided your decision?
So the tough trade-off was choosing between the scaling productions quickly, versus building a consumer experience store. So it was a very big challenge for us also. I choose the store because building awareness and cultural shift matters more for long-term impact. So like this, we have started our first store, as I said earlier, in Andheri. So, and I invite everyone to come and visit our stores.
That
Definitely, when MyStartup TV is in Mumbai, we will visit and do a feature on your store. So the today when you talk about climate, climate, when you talk about sustainability, one gets to see that the youth, the young, are at the forefront. And how has that been your experience?
So now see what happens now. The youngsters are become more conscious. If you see in the colleges, in the any campuses, everywhere they are having the sustainable events and everything. They are demanding product. Yes, of course. Still there is, because of the social media and all of them, they are more about these things. But yeah, in near future, and Gen Z, Gen Y, they are more into the sustainability and circularities. They are demanding. They are talking about all this sustainability into the social media and everything, right? So this is going to come. So it is not like the new things, but when our parents, they are used to do it, during the Diwali only or something, they used to buy only one or twice clothes in a year and all of that, like that. So now this next generation is going to be more conscious and more more conscious about the sustainability. Yeah, so I would like to share one example. So one girl, actually, I have many examples, but few I can't share it here. But I would like to share earlier days. When I used to do the surface ornamentation, at that time, we used to work with the women's all over the Mumbai level, from Vasai to Virar, everywhere women used to come and get that, do the surface ornamentation work. During that time, their children's those women who are working with us today, their children became CA, engineers, pilot. My daughter became the pilot. Like that, it is not my new journey about the Banko Janko and women empowerment and all that things, but this is my grassroots. From the starting only, I've started this journey about the women empowerment and all that things. And because I also faced the many challenges during that time, and this always helped me to push me to work towards this women empowerment. And here, in this women's, one NGO we were working, they've started their own manufacturing. They are generating the good livelihood for the peoples. And the women's one lady, Salma, she used to work, she's still working with us. Her child is a little bit has some mental problem, and she's working, and now she's so happy. She's telling us, "Ki, ma'am, because of you, this has helped me." So I'm just giving you single example, but yeah, community and everywhere they've so many impact created. Sometimes we just can't share it because of the some protocols and all of that. Yeah.
What's your vision for the role leaders must play or leaders must play in sustainability over next decade? What advice would you have for emerging sustainability leaders like the youth?
And circularity, first of all, inclusivity and collaboration. So collaboration is a most important thing. My advice to emerging leaders is start small but consistent and focus on impact, not on a perfection.
So before I let you
So,
go,
My Startup TV, we are a media house that covers stories like yours, initiatives like yours. Climate and sustainability, circularity is one of the major things that we are doing. Recently, we have collaborated with Future Founders Co, a startup based out of Bangalore, and we are doing a complete series on sustainability. So we are passionate about these subjects. We bring out these topics. We want to highlight them. What do you think the kind of work we are doing?
So really, you are doing excellent work because you are creating the more and more awareness about that is a need of our basically. So this is a really important. And as I've also the part of earlier days in the starting, so I know you have done so much wonderful work and creating the more and more awareness about this everything about and for the startups and everyone, and supporting, giving them the visibility to the world. That is the most important things, because sometimes people does so good work in the silos and people other world doesn't know. So this is a good, really great initiatives, and thank you for this.
Thank you, Bhavani, for joining us. Viewers, that was Bhavani Parekh, who founder of Banko Janko. She was sharing her insights on sustainability, circularity, and climate. If you want to follow such in-depth conversation around critical topics like sustainability, do join us 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on MyStartup for live founder talk show and thought leader show. See you again. Till then, goodbye. Thank you, Bhavani, for joining us.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.